Welcome to Harbor Highlights. Today is Monday, January 13.
On today's show, we have some reminders about lunch and want to introduce a pretty amazing student with some Rubik's Cube skills.
We also have picture forms from our holiday fun and reminders about lunch. This and more, so stay tuned. Hi, I'm AJ.
And I'm Emma.
To start our show, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's hard to believe that this is already the last week of the second marking period.
Because it is the end of the semester and we have our 8th graders taking high school exams, we have a different schedule this year with half days on Thursday and Friday.
Thursday we will have academy, then have 1st, 2nd, and 3rd hours. Friday we will have academy, then 4th, 5th, and 6th hours.
Because it is the end of the marking period, it is very important to have good attendance those days since many classes are wrapping up some final projects and tests.
Good luck to our middle school students taking exams for high school credit.
Before break, our Lynx had the opportunity to be Lynx at Pine Creek. We also had an amazing holiday pride store, and the holiday hoopla was a great way to have some fun before break.
Here are pictures from those events. A special thank you to the teachers for organizing the events and for the parent volunteers and donations to the Pride Store.
Now for this week's general announcements.
Hi, I'm Karsten.
And I'm Bennett.
We have many clubs and activities. Make sure to read the daily announcements for the latest updates and look at the screen for something that might sound good to you. Monday, January 20 is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and there's no school for students.
Many refer to this day as a day on, not a day off, and take the opportunity to serve this way a huge part of Dr. King's mission.
Here's a quick video published by the American Corps talking about how we can use this day as a day of service.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s message can be heard everywhere.
His words changed the nation.
And though you might not know where the words came from,
you can feel the truth behind them.
We're now faced with the fact that tomorrow is today. We're confronted with the fierce urgency of now.
The Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. called us all to service.
Opportunities to serve those in need are all around you.
And every time you volunteer to read to a child, serve a hearty meal, or clean up a park in your comunidad, his message becomes a reality.
This January is your chance to let MLK's word inspire you to action.
We would love to hear about how you found a way to serve others on this day.
A special congratulations to the students named on the screen for competing in an audition process and being selected to represent our school.
They will be in an honors choir performing at DeVos January 23rd. Way to go.
See the screen for the special half day hat day events this week.
Remember to give a $1 donation to your academy teacher.
The money collected from these days are donated to local organizations.
Now for our book talk of the week.
Hi, Miss Kuning here. Today I have 2 books for you because it's a series. The first book is called The Turtle of Oman, and the second one is actually called The Turtle of Michigan. Both of these books take place here in Michigan, which is kind of a fun connection. And it's about a kid who has to move and has to leave his home country and come to the United States and figure out how he's going to go to school here and exist here in the United States, and here in Michigan in particular. So it's a really fun story to see the connections to our state and have something that you can relate to.
Another great book recommendation.
Speaking of books, make sure to settle your fines or return your books when you are done with them.
Now we have a quick interview with some lunchroom reminders.
Hi, I'm Nate, and I'm here with Becky. Can you describe a typical day in the cafeteria?
So I get here about 6 o'clock and start cooking breakfast for everybody. And we serve about 300 or so for breakfast. And then I start with the lunch, and we serve about 600. So we are nonstop cooking and everything for all the kids. And then when we feed everybody, we would really appreciate if everybody would pick up after themselves. We had somebody fall the other day over on from a banana was on the floor, and just little stuff like that. And it just would help us get done a lot faster and not have to pick up after everybody.
What are some of the popular menu items with students?
Well, today is definitely our number one. It's our Nashville hot chicken tenders with curly fries. That's the number one. Then we have taco day is the next one. Pizza.
What are a few lunches reminders for students to have a balanced menu?
So to always get a main item, and that will cover your grain, and always get a fruit or a vegetable, or you can get both as long as it's a half a cup. And then your dairy, you need some dairy. You don't have to have dairy, but there's milk and cheese and several items.
Why is nutrients so important for students?
To fuel your brain so you guys can learn throughout the day.
What can students do better in the cafeteria?
Students can clean up after themselves. That would help us.
Thank you for answering our questions, and thank you for Angel for recording.
Good nutrition is so important to kids our age, since it is used for growth and brain function.
We need to make sure we are filling up on protein, fruits, and vegetables to get the nutrition we need.
Now over to sports.
Thanks, I'm Teddy.
And I'm Reed.
Girls basketball tryouts happened last week. Thanks to all who tried out.
Wrestling and boys swim and dive practices also started.
6th graders should be receiving information soon about Panther Pathways.
If you join the Ski and Snowboard Club and want to go on this week's trip to Bittersweet, sign up with Ms. Postmas in room A103 with $10 deposit for a lift ticket.
We have a pretty fast student in our school. We aren't talking about running. We're talking about solving puzzles. Let's find out about his skills.
I'm here with Aiden Meyer, who has an amazing skill of solving a Rubik's Cube. When and how did you first become interested in solving Rubik's Cubes?
So last year, mid-November, about this time, I started learning in 5th grade. Someone brought a cube to school, and I was like, hey, I want to learn how to solve this. And I just got into it right from there.
Can you describe your process or strategy for how you solve the Rubik's Cube?
So I start with the bottom layer, and I kind of work my way up, and then I do the last layer and solve it from there.
What advice do you have for beginners?
So if you don't think you can solve the cube, I would just work towards it, because you're probably going to be able to if you work hard enough to try to do it.
How has solving a Rubik's Cube increased your thinking process?
I've been able to recognize patterns more frequently. It's helped me not give up when things are hard, and just helped me in life in general like that.
What are your goals for solving the Rubik's Cube? To set a new world record or learn new algorithms?
I'm aiming to get under 10 seconds and go to more competitions where I can solve the cube fast.
All right, let's watch him solve the Rubik's Cube now.
3, 2, 1.
Wow, that was amazing and fast. Thank you, Aiden, for letting us record you.
That's pretty amazing.
So far this year, there have been a few adventure school events. They have the trip to Crane's Orchard. They had a dinner and a night at the theater.
They have one of the biggest events coming up, and here's an interview with Mr. Becker to tell you more.
I'm here with Mr. Becker to find out more about Adventure School. When and where is the next Adventure School activity?
So the win is February 21st and 22nd of 2025. We will be traveling to Eagle Village and spending the night on Friday night.
How do our students benefit from doing these Adventure School events?
The students benefit in a variety of ways. One is they go onto a high ropes course and they get to challenge themselves as to what they can do. We do a climbing wall where they work with a partner and they encourage each other to do more than what they think they can do. We also do initiatives in which students have to work together to accomplish a task. There are so many benefits for students that carry over into school and their life, sports, other activities that they do throughout their lifetime.
What's your favorite part of being a part of Adventure School?
Marshall, my favorite part about Adventure School is get to seeing students outside of school and being successful and challenging themselves, find out what they're capable of being and doing, and hopefully watch that carry over into their life at school. These are great opportunities for our students who they get to challenge themselves in a non-academic setting.
What will students do at Eagle Village?
Well, it starts on Friday, February 21st. We take a bus to Eagle Village and we'll eat dinner there, and then we'll do one of 3 activities. We'll spend the night there, and then Saturday morning we'll get up, eat breakfast, and we'll do another rotation of activities. We'll eat lunch there and do another round of activities. The 3 activities that they're going to do there are the high ropes course and a climbing wall, and then initiatives. And the key for Adventure School, particularly when we go to Eagle Village, is that students challenge themselves and take that extra step. Get out of their comfort zone. It's not a competition between students. Everybody can be successful there in their own level. And that's one of the great important parts about Adventure School is students take a step out of their comfort zone. And for some students, it's just a matter of signing up.
How do students sign up and how many can go?
So students can sign up. 7th graders, they're going to get the permission forms from Miss Owendag or Mrs. Zorhoff, and they would return the forms to Miss Owendag. 8th graders are going to get their forms from Mrs. Walsh and Mr. Hicks, and they will return their forms to Mr. Hicks. Ideally for Adventure School for this trip, we'd like to take 36 students to Eagle Village. And again, it is such a fantastic time. Students have memorable experiences there.
Remember, spots are limited, so sign up as soon as possible. And thanks for Teddy for videotaping, and thanks for Mr. Becker for answering our questions.
The forms are not available yet, but will be soon. Make sure to be on the lookout.
Have a great week. Don't forget, be the best Panther you can be, work hard, be respectful, be responsible, make good choices, and as always,
Go Wolves!